God is going to use us to destroy his enemies, which is our enemies, the enemies of Israel, these Edomites and all these other heathens, and 2/3 too, because they're enemies of the Most High, because they're joined unto these heathens. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of an helmet. He shall take holiness for an invincible shield. His server wrath shall be sharpened for a sword, and this world shall fight with him against the unwise. And the unwise are these heathens, man. And the 2/3, because they're unwise, because they're continuing in the things that they're doing that's of this world. You know what I'm saying? They don't desire the knowledge of the Most High. They don't desire true wisdom at all. This is Wisdom of Solomon 8:1. Wisdom reaches from one end to another, mightily and sweetly does she order all things. I loved her and sought her out with my youth. I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty. A lot of people don't realize the beauty that's within wisdom, so they they don't see it, or they just cast her behind them. They don't realize the riches that's behind it, or within it. In this she is conversing with God. She magnify her nobility. Yeah, the Lord of all things, himself love her. And if prudence work, who of all that are is more cunning workman than she? And if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues. For she teaches them temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life. If a man desire experience, she knoweth things of old, and conjectureth aright what is to come. She knoweth the subtleties of speeches, and can expound dark sentences. She foresees signs and work wonders, and even the events of the seasons and times. So, through wisdom, that's how you can have an understanding of all things. Because it says, wisdom worketh all things. You understand how the elements work. You understand why things are going on in the world and why they are that way. You understand the situation of the real Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, North American Indians. Wisdom worketh all things. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon 9:11. For she knoweth and understandeth all things, and she shall lead me soberly in my doing, and preserve me in her power. So that being sober is not okay. I can't drink wine anymore. She's gonna keep you sober mindedly, with wisdom. You're not gonna be tipsy or confused with all these other religion. Well, this is not a religion, but these religions out here, these different doctrines, these different beliefs. You're not gonna be confused with all that, because she's gonna keep you sober-minded when it comes to that stuff. You're gonna be steadfast in the truth. You're gonna be able to notice bullshit when people are bringing it at you. man. So one thing. Hold on, I got it. So one thing are people like it's a saying go, if you want to hide something from a Negro or a black person, put in a book. You know, which I could say is, you know, true for a lot of people, not just black people. You want to hide something from a fool, put it in a book. But you have fools that read too. Read shit like, you know, Harry Potter or something, you know what I'm saying? Something that really is not gonna benefit them.
I've already planted some there. Yep.
This is Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also will reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. Yeah. So our people in the state they are right now because they have no knowledge, man. You know, that's coming at it from that angle. If they had knowledge of the scriptures, they wouldn't be doing the things they're doing. I mean, if they had real knowledge, and if they was of the elect, you know. But still, if our people have the knowledge of the scriptures, the true knowledge and understanding, they would be, they probably most likely wouldn't be doing the things they've done or doing right now. You know, just being niggas, cooning on TV, making fool of the whole nation. You know what I'm saying? Cause them niggas on TV, man, when people watch the TV, they see them and they associate that with all black people or all Spanish people or, you know, whatever. They take that and be like, okay, that's what black people are like, right? So they're portraying to the whole world that we're fools, you know what I'm saying? That we're just clowns, entertainers, and that's it. But that's not the case, you know? And that's why these people they're gonna be destroyed. Most High doesn't want to have anything to do with no niggas like that. No, they're not gonna be kings and priests unto the Most High. They got their constellation or reward on this side. They're wealthy, so-called wealthy, you know, famous. Being able to have a lot of women, but most of them now are faggots. So they want men, little boys, and women. You know, they're becoming like Edomites. Edomites, them natural homosexuals. You got some nowadays who act like they're not homosexuals, but inside they are, man. They're a nation of homosexuals. They're women or lesbians. Any filthy act that they can think of, they do. You know. And it also said our people forgot the law. You know. In these churches, they teach our people that the law is done away with. Why? Because these churches are ran by witches and warlocks. Them they got those 501c3 charters, those tax exempt charters, and then but now the government tells them what they can and cannot teach. So they go back after getting their orders from these Edomites or these heathens or the wicked, and start teaching what the wicked. Okay, yeah, teach them this. You know, teach them that. And it's not true. To continue to brainwash our people and doing away with the law. And naturally, that's what they want to hear anyway. They want to hear the laws done away with, so they don't feel guilty about being wicked. Because if you've been taught, oh, the law's done away with, that means that all the things that you see going on nowadays, there's nothing wrong with it. So people, that's more accepting than the hearing the truth. So all of a sudden now you can eat pork or shellfish and there's nothing wrong with that. Or you could be a homosexual, or you can murder somebody, and there's nothing wrong with that because that's in the law. But Esau established his own laws, but all of a sudden the laws the Most High established are done away with. But now we gotta follow these Edomites laws. These people don't know how to think for themselves. All they do is what these Edomites tell them to do, or what the TV tells them to do, because the TV is a form of witchcraft too. You see you see your shit on TV, and you see it so much, you start to want it, or you start to be like that, or you start to when you see certain things like that, it triggers you to want something or act a certain way. That's all part of Esau's science. That's psychology and shit. The study how the brain works and all that. So they know how to come at you through advertisement. For example, all they gotta do is target your children. Then those children grow up to adults, and now they've been trained or lifelong customers. Target your children with these McDonald's commercials, so you can take your children there because that's what they want, McDonald's. They see it on TV. And then when they get older, they still go to McDonald's sometimes, because you still got grown ass people eating at McDonald's, man. And then when they have children, they take their children to McDonald's. So now McDonald's has a constant supply of customers, from when that person was a child all the way to when that person grows old, and their children the same constantly. That's wicked, man. Feeding these people. Esau, he's not gonna give you anything good for you. Yeah, the little advertising may say, oh yeah, this is good, make it look all nice and juicy. On the box say this is healthy for you, only this amount of calories or whatever. But really, they're feeding you garbage. So if they can make money off of you feeding you garbage, then why do they need to feed you the good stuff if they can just give you garbage and you're gonna pay for it? Then they just charge you more for the good stuff, like so-called organic food. So GMO food, which is less expensive or whatever, and then if you want the all organic stuff, you gotta pay extra money for it. And then most of the time, that's not even true organic food. They got the Monsanto little protest thing around the corner. But these people, it's too late, man. You've been asleep so fucking long, and now you see shit blowing up in your face. The shit's hitting the fan. Now you want to get up and attempt to wipe the feces off the fan and shit, but the fan's still spinning, and you just gonna end up getting pulled into it. You're gonna end up getting shit all over you. It's too late for America, man. You can try to repeal some all you want, but you had all the time in the world before the act was even approved. You had all the time in the world before the act was even approved, before we even made a law or a bill or, established to try to stop it. But now the shit been pushed through, and now you wanna stop it. You too late. It's gonna get passed, man. You're not in DC where they're passing laws and stuff. No, they're around the corner, standing outside with the police surrounding them. With the police surrounding them, making sure they don't step out of line. But you can stand outside all day, every day, all you want, protesting. It's not gonna do anything. The only thing that these so-called white people recognize, these Edomites, is violence. You can't beat them in their own game. All the laws benefit them. It's on their side. They got all the lawyers and stuff, jury, judges in their pocket. What can you do, man? It's a rigged game. Why do you think so many Negroes and Latinos are in jail, especially Negroes? Esau has a real hatred, passionate hatred towards the tribe of Judah. But he hates all the tribes, though. But why do you think the jail's full of so many so-called Negroes and Latinos? Because the game's rigged. We've been put here to lose. You know, the only way that you can you can't even win. All it is surrender. Them niggas in Hollywood, they ain't win. They surrendered. That's what that is. Even in the cartoons and the Bugs Bunny and shit, they be like, if you can't beat them, join them. That's the wrong attitude to have. You're not gonna join the devil. No, we gonna stay our ground and fight until the end. You know, tell that to the American Army if they was over there losing the war in the Middle East. You like, well, we can't beat them, might as well join them. Nah, they gonna constantly try to implicate or impose their will on other nations. The wicked of Israel do that. They join the heathen, like, oh shit, you know, we're enslaved, we're in captivity, we're not in rulership, they're oppressing us and stuff, so they just join them. You know, that's the wrong attitude to have. That's a weak attitude to have, man. You know, you can't betray the Most High just so you can have it a little bit easier. This is verse 7 in Hosea chapter 4. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore I will change their glory into shame. You know, all the glory of our people, man, is, you know, is shame, man. Yeah, everybody on the planet, whether they want to admit it or not, know that we're the best at what we do, at everything.